This is Myra Freeman from the Buying Space channel. With this unboxing, I feel like a genius. I just so do. This is from Collecting Chaos. I did go ahead and I undid the box so I don't have to struggle with it on camera. But here we go. Here we have an invoice. And the invoice is from Kaos. I'll never get tired of saying this order is from Kaos. Collecting Chaos is a purveyor of all things geek. Here we have, this looks like something extra. Pretty sure this is something extra, so I don't want to go underneath the cardboard because it might damage what's underneath. And he emailed me. No, he didn't email me. I like how he did his invoice, because on his invoice he put media rate, and then he put an option. Oh, this is the item itself. An option to send it priority, and I chose to send it media rate because this box is full of books. This is Star Trek 3, and that's William Shatner, who went up in space this week. So, do you think the Star Trek merch is gonna go up this week because he went in space last week? You know it. So this is so cool. He bagged and boarded every single solitary book. So if the original series Star Trek is going to gain popularity because now William Shatner is actually gone into space, do you think all the other Star Treks will go up in value? Absolutely. Okay, so here we got Star Trek, The New Voyages. This may be the original series too. Let me do a quick read. First time published 8 original Star Trek stories. So these are stories based on the original Star Trek series that was in the 60s. Which again will probably have Captain Kirk in those stories as a character. That's how fan fiction started out. Because in the 1960s and 70s, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have pagers. We had calculators, which were causing a controversy. So the original fan fiction were people were novel writers who wrote alternate stories that were not associated with the original series, but had to get permission from the original series to write. Star Trek Lives. This is personal notes and anecdotes from Star Trek. What creators of Star Trek are doing now, their goals, achievements. So for a very, very long time, there was no Star Trek. There was the Star Trek of the 60s, and it was a very, very, very long time until Next Generation came along. So fans were digested, like the Cliff Notes or any notations that Gene Roddenberry made and other writings of Gene Roddenberry. It went on and on because we didn't have a Star Trek series to watch. bagged and boarded all these, and they all are in Mylar. He mentioned that during the auction. Oh yes, the auction. The auction was on, low-flying jets. It's usually military. I live pretty close to the Jacksonville International Airport. But while on the auction, Collecting Chaos mentioned that everything looks better in Mylar. And doesn't it? Oh my gosh. And this is from the original series too. The Kobayashi Maru, which in short means an impossible test. So this is a book before this was in the movie, because this was in one of the Star Trek movies with not Sarek. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten her name. The first female Vulcan that was a Starfleet officer. I have failed. I cannot remember her name. Sarek was, of course, Spock's father. The Romulan lady. And this has Dr. McCoy. So these are based off the original Star Trek too. Although the Kobayashi Maru is a major part of a Star Trek movie, but that Star Trek movie had the original cast in it too. When Captain Kirk was in the air, or getting ready to go in the air, they had a situation where there was a pause where they might have to go on a different mission, and they were joking about it. And their quote-unquote Star Trek expert couldn't think of a Star Trek episode where they had to go do something else while they were on their mission. Trouble with tribbles, hello? Oh gosh. This, my blood pressure went up with that guy who was a quote-unquote expert couldn't think of an episode where they couldn't go on their mission because they had to do something else. I mean, there are 24 or more, dozens of them, that things happen that way. Okay. The Captain's Honor. Definitely Next Generation. But it has Picard and Worf. I don't know if that's an older Captain Kirk. Let's see. Okay, I will have to analyze this one later. Pretty excited about all of it. I don't know how long these will stay in the Mylar. This one may not stay long at all, because I'm very curious. Of course, I could probably just put it back in there. But while I'm reading it, I'll have to leave the Mylar so the adhesive will re-stick. Have to be stealthy. Okay. And oh my gosh. Oh yes, I also ordered these, and this has nothing to do with Star Trek. This is Starship Troopers by Robert Heinlein. I had forgotten about the Heinlein books. How could I do that? They are so an integral part, one of them, of my life. Can I tell you, I had I don't know if I should call him a boyfriend. I had a male friend. We were very, very close. We never announced that we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but we were completely and totally with each other almost 24/7 for a year and a half. My freshman year of college and into the next year. And this